Hello everyone, it's Leo, and in this video we're featuring two different informations. One of them is an analysis on Puridunes and Marodons, or ZUKYOONKISS and ZUKYOONKISS birthday dates and what they represent. And the other one is a little bit of information that we got from the power-ups. Yes, we are getting power-ups from You and Idol PreCure. So one information concerning the birthdays is not a spoiler, and the other one concerning the power-ups is a spoiler. We're starting with the birthday infos and the little analysis, and then we're gonna go for the power-up info, which is a spoiler. I will tell you when the spoiler starts. If you don't want spoilers, you can leave the video. Let's start with the birthdays, starting with Puridun or ZUKYOON. Puridun's birthday is going to be October 9. And this date is, it was chosen obviously for a reason. It's not only random. Important to say, Puridun is a Libra. Are you a Libra? Are you feeling represented by Puridun? But October 9 in Japanese is kind of a homophone for ZUKYOON, which is her cure name. So October 9 in Japanese is 10月9日. So ZUKYOON. ZUKYOON. So it is kind of a homophone for that. And usually in terms of dates, there are multiple flowers that represent those dates. But one flower that represents October 9 is the fennel. The fennel flower means determination and strength. This has a lot to do with Puridun's character, with Puridun's determination into becoming ZUKYOON and her sacrifice and everything else. Apart from that, we have other flowers that represent this month, this date, October 9, which are Lady's Slipper, which represent kindness and trustworthiness. This is very, very Puridun. We have the fennel flower that represent determination and strength, as we said before. We also have the cone flower that means healing your pain and deep love. Very sweet. And the azalea. Girl, I have a hard time pronouncing this name, the name of this flower, but you probably know what I mean, which means hidden feelings and restrained willpower. And now we're going to go over the Marodon birthday date. Marodon is a Sagittarius, which I find kind of weird for the type of character that she is being so far, but also very interesting concerning what we see from her in the show. And I mean, you know how much I love ZUKYOONKISS. So her birthday is December 7th. And Marodon's birthday is Christmas Tree Day. What is important about Christmas Tree Day? Whenever we think about a Christmas tree, one thing we think about is also the mistletoe. And there is a legend related to the mistletoe, right? If you kiss under the mistletoe, you and your loved one will share eternal happiness, eternal union, and togetherness. The mistletoe is also known as the tree of love, symbolizing love, happiness, and vitality, and is also a symbol of romance and sacredness. Sacredness is also very related to the yuri type of love in certain Japanese media. I don't think that's the case here, but just wanted to point that out. But it's interesting to point out that Marodon's birthday day is Christmas Tree Day. And also, if we're thinking about Christmas, if we're thinking about the lore behind Christmas and behind a Christmas tree, we have to talk about the mistletoe, which I find very relatable to Marodon's character. But we are also going to check out the flowers that represent Marodon's birthday day, which is December 7th. We have the orchid that represents friendship, joy, and pure love. The golden flower is supposed to represent composure. It is also a flower that you can have to stop deception, and it will also it also brings curiosity. This flower also represents standing firm in beauty, and it's also representative of a happiness that will come to you in the future. Another flower that is represented by December 7th is cyclamen, which represents purity, shyness, and jealousy. I think this one is able to represent Metaron quite well. And long life flower that will that represents protect you and to proclaim. You use this flower to proclaim happiness. I think that what Metaron has been doing so far in the show with Purirun and the way she's taking care of Purirun has a lot to do with protecting Purirun, right? I just wanted to bring those info here because I feel like this is something that will add a lot to both of those two characters. I think that the characterization of both ZUKYOON and Kiss is being really, really good in the show. They're both being amazing characters, and how they are, the mystery behind what they did and what Metaron sacrificed that we still do not know, is something that is adding a lot to not only to the plot but also their characterization. And since I found that this birthday info that we got is so rich in terms of characterization, this is really, really nice. And now this was what we had to cover in terms of the birthdays from Metaron and Purirun. Now we're going to go over the power up for You and Idol PreCure. It's important to say that we already know there is going to be a power up. So now, spoiler warning. We're going to talk about future events of the season. Some of them we know are happening. Some of them are theories. So, spoiler time. You've been warned. We know two things, and now we know a third thing as well. One of the things that we know is that the girls are going to have a new item that is called the Kira Kira Ribbon Baton. So, one little nitpick here. We got those names from Tocollectibles, which is a website that lists it's a website that you can buy merchandise from, and it lists future releases. And this release is called Sparkling Ribbon Baton. But the microphone was also called Sparkling Showtime Mic. And then when it got released, indeed, it is not called Sparkling Showtime Mic. It's called Kira Kira Showtime Mic. It's probably because they translate the names, the Japanese names, they translate to English to sell in their websites, since it's an in English website. So I'm calling it Kira Kira Ribbon Baton. We do not know which type of item this is, but it is probably an item that we are going to be able to insert ribbons into, that is probably getting a specific ribbon. And it's called the Kira Kira Ribbon Baton, and the form change that they're gonna have with this power up is called the Heart Ribbon Style. So we do not know how it looks or anything like that. And we know that this item is getting released in August. So August is going to be the power up month for You and Idol PreCure. We have one specific line from the Kira Kira Showtime mic that 999 has posted and shared in one of the videos from his channel. 999 is always playing around with the toys and giving us lots of interesting information. And so he was able to find two different lines from this toy. He thinks, it was not 999. But we think that one of the lines is from ZUKYOONKISS and the other one is from ZUKYOON. We don't have the confirmation, but the voices sound like Kiss and ZUKYOON. I'm gonna leave a link to this video so you can check that out later. But now I'm going to go over the line itself. Let me go over to ZUKYOONKISS here because the line is probably hers. It seems that those two lines are, one line is from the show and one line is for the movie. So the line from the show is what we're going to focus here, which is the important one. And it is, 5 shining lights unite as one, overlapping and illuminating each other's emotions. This is probably the line. Okay, so you get the Showtime mic and you put the ribbon from the power up there, and ZUKYOONKISS, or who we believe is ZUKYOONKISS, is going to say this line. Why do we believe it's ZUKYOONKISS? Because it's very poetic. This line sounds like a poem. So it's probably ZUKYOONKISS or Madoron who is saying this. 5 shining lights unite as one, overlapping and illuminating each other's emotions. What's important is that she talks about 5 shining lights uniting as one. And here is an analysis that I am going to make, and this is an analysis of mine. It's not that I think, it's not set in stone or anything like that. But it feels like since Hirogaru, the one item that gets released around August, September is when the team gets together and the team gets formed completely. Why do I say this? Hirogaru did not have a power-up, but it did have Cure Majesty with a new item, and this new item gave them a group attack. This group attack was the only time that we had a group attack, a full group attack with the full group in Hirogaru Sky. 1 year after, we had wonderful PreCure. We had Cure Nyami joining in episode 17, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lillian in episode 21. But Nyami and Lillian kept transforming separately as Nyonderful PreCure until they got a power-up and they were finally able to feel as a team of 4. I mean, close to the power-up, they were able to feel as a real team. And so they got the egg tiara that I love. So I love this power-up. This is very pretty. I love it. I don't love the attack very much, but I love the power-up itself. It's so beautiful. Love, love, love it. The egg tiara is also a very good touch. I love this. What I'm trying to say is that it seems that those recent PreCure seasons have been setting up a new trend. The team is only formed as a team around August, September. I believe, based on this line from the power-up, that the UN Idol team is also only gonna be formed as a team in August, September, when they get the power-up. Again, we're still going to see the UN Idol trio, the Idol trio, Cure Idol, Cure Wink, and Cure Kyun acting more as a trio, and Cure Kiss and Cure ZUKYOON acting as ZUKYOONKISS. Idol PreCure as a 5-girl unit, probably only around the power-up time. This is a theory of mine. I'm just saying it as a theory. Okay, it's not set up in stone, but based on the line from Cure Kiss, I believe this is when it's going to be a full team. Is this when Purirun's memories are going to come back and we're going to learn about Madoron sacrifice? We don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to theorize that far. Even though I love theorizing, I don't want to theorize that far because I don't want to suffer until August. But if that's the case, I think that's going to be a very bold move for a PreCure season. I would really like it. But we don't know. As I was saying, we don't really know. If that is what I believe is going to be like. We're going to have the Idol PreCures as a trio and the ZUKYOONKISS as the ZUKYOONKISS duo working as a duo. And then in the power-up, they are finally going to transform and have a roll call with the 5 of them and finally feel like a 5-girl unit. This is, as I said, a theory. I don't know. Based on the line that we got from the power-up item. I love power-ups. I think power-ups are really, really nice, and I'm very curious to see how they're going to look like as more powerful idols. I'm very curious for this, and I'm excited. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. What are your theories? What do you think is going to happen with the Kira Kira Ribbon Baton? Do you think it's going to be a huge event that will finally unite those 5 as a team, as the last PreCure seasons have done? I believe that's a possibility. I can be wrong, and they can have a roll call of the 5 of them together before that, but we don't really know. I am curious and excited because this season has been making my heart go kyun kyun. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the Magical Cinnamon production team helping me with this content and also the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member here on YouTube, on Patreon, on Throne, thank you very much. And if you've watched up to now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.